Kia ora, talofa, ni hao, and namaste. You are here with Ramil for a program called Te Wā Whānau. Te Wā Whānau is a program with some gambling harm awareness information as well as some beautiful songs. So today we have a different version of the program. We have a guest today, and guest is our caseworker Melanie Arcus. So Melanie is here with us today. And yes, she's going to provide her expertise and knowledge regarding gambling. So she's based in 41 Perry Street, Masterton, in Salvation Army Oasis. So let's welcome Mel first here. And welcome everyone to again this Friday in program called Te Wā Whānau. Welcome, Mel.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's nice to be here.
Thank you so much, Mel. And how is this morning for you?
Good. Although my daughter is a little sick this morning, so after the show I'll be heading home to look after her. But other than that, it's good. It's a bright sunny day, so that's always nice, right?
Yes,
to set a good mood, yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you for providing your time today, Mel. And it's really great to have you here. And welcome back all the guests and all the listeners who are listening 92.7 Community Access Radio today. And you are here with Ramil for a program called Te Wā Whānau. So we have a guest today, Melanie Arcus, with us. And so let's jump into the main topic today. And so after welcoming Melanie here, so let's introduce our audience by yourself. I know you very well, but still it's good to you if you introduce yourself. They want to know who you are, what you do, and yes, please.
Cool. So, my name is Melanie, and I'm relatively new to Oasis, Salvation Army Oasis. I've only been on board since December, as you know. Mm-hmm. So I still feel like I'm getting my feet under the desk in terms of like growing my knowledge about gambling. Mm-hmm. But it's absolutely a fascinating field to work in, and I'm really enjoying learning about gambling and also getting to meet local people and hearing their stories. Feels like a really big a privilege to be able to do that. So I'm really enjoying it, and obviously getting to work alongside you, so it's good.
Absolutely, it's great to have you on side, Mel, as well. And then so again, I'm repeating to our audience that if you have any gambling problem, please do not hesitate to contact us or me. Contact me or Mel. We are based in 41 Perry Street, Masterton, and you can contact us through email or through via phone or through our 0800 number. So our 0800 number is 0800 530 000. You can contact us anytime. So we are here to support you. And so today with Mel, before going ahead, let's play a nice song for all of you. And the name of the song, let me put one nice song. So what type of songs do you like, Mel?
Me? Oh my goodness. I probably like pop music. That sounds really probably corny for someone my age, doesn't it? But I do like, I guess, upbeat, quite positive music that I can dance to.
Oh.
What about you, Ramil? What do you like?
For me, it depends upon the circumstance.
Mood?
Mood. Exactly. Let's play this. This is beautiful Friday today, Good Friday. Let's play this song in this morning hours. Please enjoy this song, and I'll be back to you soon.
Like they do in Texas, please. Fold 'em, let 'em hit me, raise it, baby. knocked on his heart. I'll get him high, show him what I got. I'll get him high, show him what I got. Can't read my, no, he can't read my poker face. She's got no love, nobody. Can't read my, no, he can't read my poker face. She's got no love, nobody. Poker face, poker face. Poker face, poker face. I wanna roll with him, a hot pair we will be. A little gambling is fun when you're with me. Russian roulette is not the same without a gun. And baby, when it's love, if it's not rough, it isn't fun. I'll get him high, show him what I got. I'll get him high, show him what I got. Can't read my, no, he can't read my poker face. She's got no love, nobody. Can't read my, no, he can't read my poker face. She's got no love, nobody. Poker face, poker face. Poker face, poker face. I won't tell you that I love you, kiss or hug you, 'cause I'm bluffing with my muffin. I'm not lying, I'm just stunning with my love glue gunning. Just like a chick in the casino, take your bank before I pay you out. I promise this promises. Check this hand 'cause I'm marvelous. Can't read my, no, he can't read my poker face. She's got no love, nobody. Can't read my, no, he can't read my poker face. She's got no love, nobody. Can't read my, no, he can't read my poker face. She's got no love, nobody. Can't read my, no, he can't read my poker face. She's got no love, nobody. Poker face, poker face. Poker face, poker face. Poker face, poker face. Poker face, poker face.
Kia ora, talofa, nihawa, and namaste again. You are here with Ramil for a program called Te Wā Whānau. Te Wā Whānau is a program with some gambling harm awareness information as well as some musical fun. Hope you loved the music that I played recently. So we are here with Mel today. And Mel, just curious, tell our audience a little bit about your background, and you were into real estate also, I guess, and then your social work background and all those things. Can you share with us
How I came to be like where I am, is what you mean?
Yeah,
How
that's also
what led me to the job.
Yeah, and that's also, and where you grown up, your places, and how you came to Masterton, all those things. It would be interesting to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, funnily enough, I grew up in Palmy, and when my husband grew up on a farm around here, and when he drove me to meet his parents the first time, I said, just so you know, I'll never move to Masterton, because I really wanted to live in a big city. And we've spent the majority of our married years in Masterton, funnily enough, so that's a bit of a running joke between the two of us. So have lived here on and off. We've travelled overseas and lived both in Auckland and Wellington, and then have been back in between times, and I've been back now for 2 years. And it's such a fantastic place to bring up children. We're so lucky to have such amazing schools here. And what led me to the job, so I mean, as you know, Ramil, I was a real estate agent when I was in Palmy, and before that I actually had a short stint as a radio journalist over in Palmy for about a year and a half.
Oh.
And so that was working on local news over there. And what else have I done? So after I had done real estate and journalism, I ended up doing my undergrad in psychology and spent a little bit of time at Te Whareo Matarangi, which is the acute mental health ward down in Wellington Hospital. And when we moved back over here, I started my applied Masters of Social Work. So I've been working on that working locally, and now I'm here.
Good. That's good to know about your background, Mel. And then, yes, so you are grown up in Palmerston North. It's a beautiful city as well. Isn't it?
Yep. It is. Yeah, it's also a good place to bring up children, I think.
Thank you, Mel. And yes, so as per our program, so our audience like to know what is counseling, or how does this caseworker services work? Can you a little bit describe about how they can get help from the caseworker regarding addiction, all those things briefly?
Yeah, sure. So I guess when you talk about counselling's very much takes place when someone who is experiencing some kind of trouble invites another person in to help them out with that. And I think what's really the important part of that is that the person seeking help really needs to want it, because they could have the best service in the world, but if they don't want to engage in that process, then or they're not ready, then it's not going to be so helpful. I guess you see that as well in your work. And that so I guess we very much see it as co-working with people. So it's the joining, we join with people to help them out.
Yes.
And so for me as a caseworker in our service, I guess it looks like either people themselves who have been impacted by gambling harm coming to the service, and then we or I work with that person to figure out what it is that they're wanting to achieve. And some people want to stop gambling altogether, and other people want to reduce harm, so reduce the amount of spending. So we come up with some goals and then work on them together.
Yes, absolutely. That's right. Thank you so much for this information. And so how does these services really works on the impact on the people? How does these services, people will come and they get healed, and how overall this works?
How overall does the service work?
When people will come and then they will take some sessions, or how many sessions, or something like that. How does it work?
Yeah, sure. So it really depends on every individual is different. So sometimes there's two things that our service offers. So obviously if you identify that you have a gambling problem, that's one way we will work with people who identify that they have a gambling problem. But we also work with significant others. So sometimes somebody might have a gambling addiction, but they're not really ready to acknowledge it, whereas their family is really impacted. I think you know the stats that for every one gambler there's 7 people who are impacted. So we also work with significant others to help them work on how it's impacting them and what boundaries that they can put in place. But so the sessions again, say if someone comes for gambling harm, we'll go through a period of screening, so figuring out where exactly their gambling is at, how bad it is, and then we'll come up with a plan. So we look a little bit about their history, what are all the factors, what are their triggers, and then we kind of come together for a plan. So look, I have had some people who have only come for 3 sessions and other people who have come for 8. So again, I guess it's just really depends on what that individual need is and what they want to achieve.
Yes,
Yeah, and then
absolutely.
look, I think we might talk about it later, but for some people, they might just want to do a multi-venue exclusion, and then they feel like for them that's enough, and they don't need to continue. So, look, I think we're just the same thing. Yeah, whatever the individual need is, we'll create a plan around that. Yeah.
Thank you, Mel. And it's really good to know that the impact of the gamblers from two family members, that if there is one who gambles and who is having problem gambling, can affect 7 to 10 people, other family members. So it's it's very
It's so true. Like, I just had a conversation last week with somebody who they talked about when they were growing up that their mother played the pokies, and that every week when payday rocked around, she went straight to the machines and all the money was gone, and then this child, you know, this woman is a grown adult now, but as a child they had no money for food, and she had to kind of figure out other places in the community that she was able to get food for as a child. So you know, that's an example, I guess, of an extreme impact, which is you know, obviously really sad, and we want to do whatever we can that people aren't in that position. Yeah,
absolutely. Thank you, Mel. It's time to play the song now, and let me play one nice song for our audience. The name of the song will be Counting. So please enjoy this song. We will be back to you soon after this song. Thank you.
We got the email rapper today.
Buddha bless this beat.
I forgot the email. Fuck. Smoking up my brain cell. Got chopped doing numbers. Got everybody wondering how the hell I come back. No summer, got back to back to back to back. What's happening? Where you at? Where you at? Hit the bitch on the chirp. No panty with the skirt. Nigga tryna take the work. Nigga get your ass blout. Get your ass gunned down. Right here, 100 proud. Don't make me have a flat back, nigga. Go buy 100 pounds. Drop them out downtown. You smoking L anyway. Y'all niggas in the way. Money be in the case. My hunters hold their breath, nigga, cause they blue in the face. Roberto Cabana. Don't say ain't Cabana. Louis and Patana. My pajama designer. Yeah. I rub bands start counting. Buy everything on the counter. Yeah. Everything I got on designer. Diamonds on look like a fountain. Yeah. Pop rub bands start counting. Buy everything on the counter. Yeah. Everything I got on designer. Diamonds on look like a fountain. Yeah. Pop rub bands start counting. Buy everything on the counter. Yeah. Everything I got on designer. Diamonds on look like a fountain. Yeah. Pop rub bands start counting. Buy everything on the counter. Yeah. Everything I got on designer. Diamonds on look like a fountain. Yeah. Pop rub bands start counting. Put everything on the counter. Buy everything on the counter. Shopping bag got me all bound. Bet 100,000 with the Falcon. Lost 100,000 with the Falcon. I'ma get it back cause it's natural. I put my X at the end like Malcolm. Got crab legs by the gallons. Got lobster tail by the pallets. Walk in the club down Alice. Sipping codeine with the scallops. Got long hair, no weave in it. Swear it was a race I lead, nigga. Yeah, I'm Bang IB, nigga. Who me? I'm VIP, nigga. Search free when I feel like it. I don't really look at the prices. Trap creatures with no license. Bitch scale, nigga, no Pisces. Pop rubber band start counting. Pop rubber band by ounce. Really let them know how you feel, day. Pop rubber band start bouncing. Oh, pop rubber band start counting. Buy everything on the counter. Yeah, everything I got on designer. Diamonds on look like a fountain. Yeah, pop rubber band start counting. Buy everything on the counter. Yeah, everything I got on designer. Diamonds on look like a fountain. Yeah, pop rubber band start counting. Buy everything on the counter. Yeah, everything I got on designer. Diamonds on look like a fountain. Yeah, pop rubber band start counting. Buy everything on the counter. Yeah, everything I got on designer. Diamonds on look like a fountain. Yeah. I got a big amount, I took a different route. I am the pick of the little. I was a juvie, it gave me community. I had to pick up some little.
Good drink, good, big nuts, good drugs. I put a phone on rocks, drop top, no hot box. 12 try to put me on.
Kia ora, talofa, ni hao, and namaste. Again, you are here with Ramil today, together with Mel Arcus here, who is a case worker for Salvation Army Oasis. So we are sharing our experiences, knowledge, and expertise to all the people who are listening to our radio program 92.7 Community Access Radio. So please, if you have gambling problem, do not hesitate to contact us, and you can approach us in Community House 41 Perry Estate, or you can email Mel for counseling services, and you can contact Mel through the phone as well. She is also based in Community House 41 Perry Street, Masterton. So please, Mel will provide her contact number at the end, contact details at the end of the program. And then if you have problem gambling, before it get worse, please do not hesitate to contact Mel or myself. So now let's go ahead on our program, and then let's ask few questions to Mel, few queries to Mel. So Mel, I think you have little bit covered about it previously. Is the services is only for gamblers or who are having problem gambling? Is it only targeted to those people?
Yeah, so no, like we talked about before, it is for significant others. So that might either be family who are impacted by gambling harm, or it might be really close friends. And I guess a really concrete example of that might be that, say if you had a gambling problem and I was your friend, that you kept coming to me to ask for money, and then I was, I'd given you money, you hadn't paid it back, oh no, and I'm worried about you, so I'm impacted by your gambling, so I can come to the service and ask for help. Okay. So yeah, it's both, it's gamblers and significant people who have been impacted. I was also just thinking, Ramil, I should mention that, we work with people particularly about gambling, but sometimes when people come, they have other issues. So they might need counselling, or they might need, some help with their mental health. So we very much just work on helping people get to where they want to be with their gambling, but we know the other services that are operating in the community, so where people can go for mental health. Absolutely. Or if they need specific counselling, we can help direct that, because often people, sometimes, not often, I shouldn't say often, but people have more than one issue going on, so guess we try and stay in our lane. Yes. To do with their gambling.
So we can refer each other. People comes with different pre-existing factors. That's what you're trying to say.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. So we can help if people come and they might only think gambling is a really tiny thing, and we can, once they come and we have a chat, we can help direct and refer them to other agencies, which also might be able to help with other issues.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what it should be done, because sometimes people doesn't come with only one issue, and especially in this addiction field, people comes with multiple issues, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. And I think the other thing is that sometimes one thing might be the trigger for the other. So for some people, they might not gamble until they've had a few drinks, and so we help track what comes first, what are your triggers, where else, so I guess everybody is different.
Yes, absolutely. And sometimes people started their gambling behaviors just being social gambling, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yep. Definitely. It can start out, I know that I've had people who have, gambled overseas just for entertainment's sake, and it's been very social. But then when the pokies machines came to New Zealand, what started out as sort of going there for entertainment just ended up being becoming an addiction, and wasn't just entertaining, it was spending more than they planned to spend borrowing money off people, not being able to leave the machines, all of those sorts of things that we know can happen. Yeah.
Absolutely. And Mel, also, we went last year. We went through lockdown phases, and then now people are into so many digital world.
Yeah.
What do you think of online gambling?
Look, from talking to people locally, I feel really concerned about online pokies. When I talk with people in the community, they will say to me, oh my goodness, especially in lockdown, I was so hooked. And they didn't realise how much they were spending until something happened and they went back over their bank statements and they were like, oh my goodness, this is how much I spent. And some people then go, okay, I'm going to stop. Whereas we know that there are a lot of people who, they think about the wins, they don't think about the losses. So they're spending, if they're not going over their bank statements, they're not realising how much they've spent. And in talking with people, they say, oh my goodness, my friends or my family are really addicted. They're on their phones all the time, just, playing. And I think, when we go to play pokies in a pub, we've got to get in our car and go there and da-da-da-da. Whereas our phones, we're on our phones all the time.
Yes.
Nobody really knows, so it can be quite, it's very accessible, right?
Absolutely.
And I think, so I and talking with people in the community, I think it's something as a community we really need to be aware of, and I feel concerned about it.
And yes, definitely. So for those type of people who are addicted to online, what they can do to get rid of such a temptation?
Yeah. One, I would say that they can come and speak with me and we can set up a plan.
Yes.
But look, there are some apps that people can download to block. We were talking about this earlier. And one of those apps is Bet Blocker, and another one of those apps is Gambam. So that means that then they won't be able to go online and to play. But absolutely, look, they can come in and we can have a chat and set up a plan for them and think about what their triggers might be. What are some alternative distractions that they could use instead of that? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely awesome app with those app, because once you download those app, they will automatically block the gambling websites, international and national. So mostly they are the international here in New Zealand. So those sites will be blocked. So it's very important if you are doing online gambling. So yes, that's what Mel is trying to tell. And also so you were talking about a little bit distraction of yourself. So if people are so tempted for gambling addiction, does either online or pokies, how people can distract themselves from going to pokies or going to online, what they can do?
Yeah. So I think, look, a really big thing is to be aware of what your triggers are. So we get people to reflect on when they are going online or to play the pokies, and what were the things that what is the pattern of triggers, what are the things that lead them to do that, so we can kind of manipulate their environment a little bit. And then again, everybody is different. So for some people, engaging in really regular exercise might be a distraction, or spending time with family. There's a whole bunch of mindfulness stuff out there now, which is really available and accessible that people can use. But I guess it's really about building in that awareness, so that as soon as someone's triggered, they become aware, oh my gosh, this is when I would usually go, so what else am I going to do? So having that plan, as soon as I'm triggered, as much as I want to go, I feel an urge to gamble, but look, I've got a plan, and my plan says that I'm going to go out and I'm going to go for a walk, or whatever that individual, whatever's going to be helpful for that individual. So trying to find what are the other ways that people can de-stress.
Yes.
And healthy ways, I guess.
Yes. Definitely, and it's easier for people if they give time to family, and the people who are addicted to gambling, or they miss out family social function, they like to hide themselves from those type of event. So it's isn't it, it's always good to go in a family event, social event, so that you make yourself busy, and then at least you get rid of that gambling temptation of going to gambling pokies venues, or yeah.
Absolutely. And I guess being accountable to your family as well, because often families will know like there's something going on. So once, it sort of comes to light and they can involve their family, and, their plan, then family can say, come on, let's go.
Yes.
Yeah. So absolutely.
Thank you, Mel, and we really took your lots of time. So if people wants to if people having problem gambling wants to approach you, how they can approach, and
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I've got some numbers here. First of all, I guess my email address is melanie.arcus@salvationarmy.org.nz. So should I spell that out, or
it would be great, because
Okay.
if you want
so
try
yeah,
to
Melanie is MELANIE.Arcus ARCUS at salvationarmy.org.nz. And then a couple of phone numbers, like a local number is 0637033317, or my mobile is 021 195 5158. And I think you already said we're located at 41 Perry Street there in the community centre, and then we also have an 0800 number, 0800 530 000. And look, I'd be really excited to hear from anybody who might have been listening today, if they want to flick an email, send an email or a text, and maybe they know somebody who's gambling. They might have some feedback of topics that we could touch on in the future. It would be really great. Any engagement from the community is really helpful for us to know what's happening, eh?
Yeah, absolutely, Mel. And then thank you so much for providing the information. Definitely, if someone wants to contact us, they can contact us through 0800 number. It's easier, doesn't cost any money.
Yeah, that's right.
0800 530 000, and you can ask for counseling service to Mel. Then the phone will direct it to Mel. And also, let's make clear to our audience, your services is free of service, right?
Yes, free of charge. Absolutely. There's no charge whatsoever. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks
And
for having me.
absolutely, it's really great pleasure to have you here today, and we have lots of things to talk actually, and because of limited time, we need to stop it here. But still, anything you like to say at last, Melanie?
Look,
Yes.
I guess just really keen for people to reach out if they want some help, and but I think our time is up.
Yes.
So just thanks for having me. It was good to be here today.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for your time, Melanie. And then for our audience, if you have any gambling problem, please do not hesitate to contact us, either Mel or me in our you can approach directly personally in our office, 41 Perry Street, Masterton, or can contact us through our email and phone number. So please avoid your temptation, give your time to family, and have a beautiful weekend from me and Melanie. Thank you, and enjoy your weekend. Ciao.